What if the biggest obstacle to your future love isn't your current partner, but the ghost of the person who betrayed you? This is the story of choosing between the safety of silence and the terrifying risk of trusting again. Meet Liam. He was the kind of man who believed in forever. He wore his heart on his sleeve, and for 10 years, he gave it completely to his college sweetheart, Chloe. Then, 2 years ago, the foundation cracked. Not with a bang, but with a whisper found on an old phone. The betrayal wasn't just physical, it was a wholesale demolition of his entire reality. Chloe left. Liam was left with an empty house and a heart that felt like splintered glass. For a long time, he built walls. Thick, solid, necessary walls. He dated occasionally, but the dates were guarded, observational. He wasn't looking for love, he was looking for flaws. He was waiting for the inevitable escape route. Then, 6 months ago, he met Clara. Clara was a breath of fresh air, genuine, honest, and delightfully uncomplicated. She didn't play games. She was the sunlight to Liam's long, careful shadow. Their relationship grew quickly, effortlessly. Clara gave Liam everything he desperately needed: consistency, clear communication, and unwavering kindness. But the closer they became, the more terrified Liam felt. His old wound wasn't healing, it was simply being covered by new hope. And Liam knew, deep down, that he was waiting for Clara to fail him. The test arrived one Thursday evening. Liam had planned a special weekend trip for them, a gesture of trust. He called Clara to confirm the details. She didn't answer. He waited an hour. Nothing. He checked her social media. Nothing. Panic, cold and sharp, began to climb his chest. His old memories, the excuses, the secrecy, the delayed replies from Chloe, came flooding back. His mind immediately went into worst-case scenario mode: she's canceling. She's with someone else. I was right all along. Finally, after 2 hours, Clara called back. Her voice was normal, cheerful. "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. My phone died right before my shift, and the hospital Wi-Fi was down. What's up?" Liam's logic told him this was perfectly plausible. Clara was a nurse, her phone often died on shift. But his trauma screamed, it's a lie. She's too calm. She's rehearsed the story. He accepted her explanation calmly. But he didn't believe it. He ended the call, and immediately, his instinct took over. He went to her Instagram, then her old Facebook profile, searching for any timeline discrepancies, any mutual friends who might reveal where she really was. He was becoming the detective of his own destruction. How could he build a future with Clara when the only thing he felt certain of was the shadow of yesterday? Liam couldn't stop. He started performing microchecks. If Clara was late, he'd ask 3 versions of the same question: why were you delayed? Where exactly were you, and who were you with? He was hunting for the inconsistency that would validate his fear. Clara, completely unaware of the depth of his past trauma, began to feel the cold scrutiny. She felt her honesty was being treated like evidence in a trial. One Saturday, they were planning to see a movie. Clara changed the plan last minute, suggesting a spontaneous dinner instead.
Liam, you look upset. What is it? We're just changing the reservation. Why does this feel like an emergency?
It's fine. It's just, you never change plans last minute unless there's a reason.
She saw the suspicion in his eyes. She finally realized the problem wasn't the schedule, it was the trust. Instead of reacting with anger, Clara chose clarity. She did something completely unexpected. The next day, she handed him a small, locked metal box.
This is my work phone, Liam. My schedule, my calls, my messages. It's always dead at the end of the day anyway. You can hold on to the key. I want you to have total transparency. I need you to know I'm not hiding.
Liam stared at the box. This wasn't a power play. This was a gift of radical vulnerability. His mind spun. He could finally be certain. He could unlock the box any time he wanted. But then, the fear changed. What if I look? And what if I find something? The certainty of betrayal was oddly safer than the risk of true hope. Liam took the box and the small, silver key. He kept them in his bedside drawer. For 2 nights, he couldn't sleep. The temptation to unlock it was immense. It was the key to ending the suspense. It was the key to proving his old pain right. On the 3rd night, he slipped the key into the lock. Click. He lifted the lid. Inside was the phone. He scrolled through her call logs, her text messages, her pictures. Everything was exactly as she said: work, family, and messages full of love for him. Relief washed over him for exactly 3 seconds. Then, he felt a crushing wave of self-disgust. He realized the problem wasn't her, it was the mechanism he had built to protect himself. He hadn't trusted her transparency, he had exploited it. He had treated the woman he loved like a criminal. Suddenly, he felt the true weight of his past. He was turning his future into a prison built on his ex-partner's lies. He stood up, shaking. He walked into the living room where Clara was reading.
I looked. I checked everything. And I found nothing. I am so sorry. I am destroying this relationship with my fear, and I don't know how to stop.
Clara didn't offer a quick fix. She didn't say, "It's okay."
No, Liam, it's not okay. You didn't find the lie in my phone. You found the lie that betrayal tells you about yourself, that you're not worthy of truth. We can't move forward until you give up the job of being the detective. Give up the key.
Liam handed the phone and the key back to Clara. The recovery wasn't instant. It started with one brave action. He confessed to Clara the exact trauma he carried from his previous marriage. He let her see the fear, the paranoia, the detective hidden inside him. Clara, in turn, learned to distinguish between Liam's logical suspicion and his emotional trauma response. She learned to pause and say, "That sounds like the fear talking. What does Liam feel?" It took months of painstaking work. The fear didn't vanish, but the power structure changed. Liam had to learn that trusting again isn't about finding a partner without flaws, it's about trusting your own strength to survive a potential wound. They stopped making the relationship about certainty and started making it about courage. The shadow of yesterday is only powerful if you let it dictate the light of tomorrow. You are not responsible for your past partner's decisions, but you are responsible for the walls you build because of them. Stop looking for the signs of betrayal in the person standing next to you. Focus on the evidence of truth. That's where healing begins. Clara gave Liam the ultimate gift of vulnerability, the key to her life. If you were Liam, would you have been able to resist checking the phone, or would the fear have won? Share your honest answer in the comments below.